What is the future for electric cars and how do we grow them? What are alternative revenue streams? Fisker proposed us the challenge of which new direction should they choose and what should their core IP be. Should they stay as a fabless car manufacturer? Where and how should Fisker invest?
We are Team 10, and myself, Verena, Patricia, and Alfred will give you solutions to tackle the mentioned challenges. We will be focusing on 5 main elements. We will first look at a more general perspective of the industry's future, and then looking at where Fisker stands towards its competitors. We will then give you our new proposal and revenue streams, and finish off with the key success factors.
So after about a decade of slow progress, 2021 is really the year EVs start to turn the page and enter the mainstream. They will start to gain traction in the market, largely driven by more affordable models, making their way into dealerships throughout the year. By the end of this decade, EVs may make up a quarter of all new vehicles shipped. Global sales of electric cars accelerated fast in 2020, rising by 43% to more than 3 million, despite overall car sales decreasing by a fifth during the pandemic. EV buyers are traditionally the first adopter crowd, eager to get the latest technology and, of course, being environmentally conscious. As electric cars move into the mainstream and car makers start providing more options, it will be those companies' responsibility to develop more innovative approaches to not only put buyers in an EV, but show them that it's as good and even better than their gasoline-powered car of the past. Experts assure that smart charging technologies, support for occasional direct current fast charging, and battery management will be critical in supporting mainstream consumers and their transition towards EV ownership.
After doing an analysis of some of Fisker's competitors' latest electric vehicles, we saw that Fisker with Tesla is the one with the highest miles range, which makes them stand out from its competitors with a moderate price. Mercedes and Audi have the highest prices, even if they do not have higher miles than Fisker. As we can see on this table, in which we chose some of the top EV cars on the market from 2021 on more detail, Fisker is also one of the best in terms of battery among its competitors. If we compare it with some of the EV vehicles from their competition on the market, such as Volvo, Mercedes-Benz, or Volkswagen, their battery lasts more. Fisker has a very competitive price if we look at the miles range and battery, which are much higher but accessible compared to its competitors.
Beyond the processors, sensors, and gateways with which the vehicle itself is equipped, lies a network of external technologies that are grounded in the road itself or related to the operation of the in-car technologies. This infrastructure is fundamental to car data monetization. Data is the fundamental enabler of a multitude of use cases that generate significant economic value to their holders. Now my colleague Alfred will explain how we propose that Fisker implements data as a new revenue stream.
How do we achieve growth of electric cars? Using the McKinsey 3 Horizon of Growth model, we believe that Fisker must 1. Maintain and strengthen its core business capabilities like design, R&D, software development, charging station network in the first 2 years. 2. Develop a new revenue stream by investing in data management and cloud services for insights gathering as a future revenue stream. 3. Create a new breakthrough battery network infrastructure using data insights and core dynamic capabilities. Now, let us address the question of revenue streams. What is Fisker's new revenue stream? We believe that data from the value chain is currency with a huge potential for monetization. Let us explain how. The charge station network shall include commercial fleet, residential, public commercial parking, and fast charging stations. Data insights shall be gathered on battery and vehicle management, charger and exchange reservation management, exchange station and user management. The insights can be monetized through cost-benefit analysis on CO2 reduction to obtain subsidies from the government. Also, selling of the data to the value chain is a key revenue stream, of course, subject to GDPR and CCPA. Another opportunity is to ensure that sales and marketing analytics to sell more EVs is enhanced using the data insights that have been gathered.
To ensure that Fisker does not do unethical practices by applying the use of data in their business model, we propose that they implement these steps. Data checks apply the AI governance model by using tools such as Microsoft Fairlearn, mixed societal impact tests using, for example, system maps that help understand the connection of the systems at play, and finally implement an enterprise AI governance model in which Fisker could engage with internal and external stakeholders to dynamically adjust.
In conclusion, as was mentioned before, there are 4 main successful factors that should be included in Fisker's strategy to solve this challenge. First of all, the charging station availability is key to be considered so the customers have enough places to charge their cars. One of the challenges for electric vehicle cars is trying to standardize their way of charging through partnerships so it's less complicated for the customers. Also, another key successful is the user experience and convenience. If Fisker can read their customers' convenience and base their decisions on those, it will be easier to address. The driving range is also another key factor to consider, as every time more car companies are trying to gain market share in this new industry. Finally, tax and benefits and partnerships with governments are also key successful factor, as the ICE cars are polluting our air and they are not a sustainable way of transportation. Electric vehicles came to change the transport market and are here to stay, but as a competitive industry, it's important to them to consider many factors to be successful.